It's the 2nd of October. We had a busy week last week getting cows in, chasing them out of floods. Yeah, been a terrible, horrible week. No one's got an exact amount on the rainfall we've had, but in excess of 200 millimeters in the last 2 weeks. So even these guys had to come in. These guys aren't usually coming in till, you know, end of October, November time. So yeah, this is Alec, the new bull. He's a stabilizer. This is our little red Angus. He's a bit noddy, this one, but he'll get there. He's only young. Hey, steady boy. Anyway, and then there's Ricky here. We're just going to get him some fresh silage. But yes, we've been ever so busy getting the cow yard back ready, moving hay and straw. I'll show you what's going on at the moment. It's just so odd. Can't really get over what's happened. You know, what's happened in the last 2 weeks. Anyway, we had all that rain come down, so we had to go and rescue the cows out of the floodplains of Oxford, which are still underwater right now. Then we went and grabbed one of the other groups because they didn't have any grass anyway, so they might as well come back. But we didn't have the yard ready, so we had to quickly put the yard back together. There was hay and straw in this shed. We had to move all that, move that to another farm. Been a bit of a fiddle getting everything sorted, but there's still one group out there. They're all right at the moment, but I imagine either next week or the week after they'll be coming in. They'll be coming in soon anyway. Back shed is still full of all sorts in there, so we've still got to empty that. But there are some loads of hay and straw all going out next week and in the next 10 days. We've got a little calf creep going in here. I don't think the old man's been feeding them much creep over the summer, so oats and barley. So we're just starting them on it. There's a couple of troughs in there with just a little bit in there. You don't want, you know, don't want to go filling the troughs up. One calf, you know, guts in himself. So put a little bit in there. They'll find it, and then every morning we'll add to it, and then they'll know every morning they get a bit of extra. You know, it just helps them put a bit of weight on. But the calves are looking really well, actually. I'll take you around the cows first. There's not much to show you. Yeah, calves have come on really well. Look. Everything's laid pretty nice and quiet at the moment. But this is that is one of our first time stabilizer efforts, I think. Can't exactly remember actually now. Look at these Chevrolets, look at him. Hell of a thing. These would have came out of that bull Riley. And they're all looking, you know, there's one or two smaller ones, but the Chevrolets, Christ, they just look, yeah, really well. We should be out in the fields right now. We should be out drilling our wheat in, and there is just no hope of that in the next 2 to 3 weeks if it stayed dry now. So farmer cancelled the seed. The seed's been cancelled, and we're just going to see what the weather does. There's another low coming in next week, so more wet weather on the way. Yes, really, really, really painful. We just have to, you know, deal with what you got in front of you, unfortunately. And unfortunately, we are surrounded by floods, so that's the way it is for us at the moment. But yeah, and the other thing is, it's a massive worry around here because you know, cows are in a month earlier. Really, you know, we did make a bit more straw, but all of a sudden you start worrying, have you got enough straw? Have you got enough food? We have got enough food, you know that. Just funny how things turn around, you know. You make a load of cow food, and then the cows are in a month early, and so all of a sudden it all lines up together, and yeah. But the planting of the wheat is the biggest worry, because yeah, you can get planting next year in the spring, it's no issues. We might, I don't know if we'll have to hire a drill or buy another drill or what, but there'll be a lot to go in a short amount of time, and it's just trying to get around it all. So fingers crossed it stays dry long enough for us to get some wheat in. Anyway, cows are all happy. They're on some silage, so you know, still got calves on them at the moment. So first of all, we just got rid of a few loose hay bales here and there, but they're back on silage now, so that'll keep the milk going a bit, keep feeding the calf well. As soon as we've got that bag shed empty, we will wean the calves, and then the cows will have a load of room, then they'll have plenty of space. So it's a little bit you know, there's one group still to come in here yet. Yeah, been a bit crazy the last couple of weeks. So I didn't film last week. It was just thundering down with rain, and yeah, it just wasn't ideal really. I would have showed you the flooding. If you want to see that, have a look at the last video. You'll just see all the flooding again. Just, it literally looks, we're so fed up of looking at it, but it looks exactly like it did in the winter. Just so fed up of it. I don't know what the answer is. You know, it's just the amount of water that came. It's just unbelievable. To go from dusty conditions, and I mean dust, dry dust, to flooding in a week is just crazy. We had Robbo with us. His trimming days only lasted a week or so, so Robert's been giving us a hand this week. There's a stabilizer, number 23. She's a first time in it this year. She'll be a first time carver. Here comes Robbo now. The wheat over at Jim's, we've got to go and try and have a look at that tomorrow. They've managed to get a few loads out. Farmers being very careful, trying to scoop over top of where it got wet on the floor, so we'll see what damage was done there. If it's really bad, there'll be an insurance claim there. You know, it's what it is. We're going to actually prep some sandbags for if it ever rains like that again, just leave them over there so we can quickly put them around the door. But I'm not sure if that would even help. You know, it comes over you know, it all runs away from the shed, but it overfills a ditch there, the farmer said. So you've just got no hope. It's just the amount of water coming. We're going to unhook the drill tomorrow, get that off, get that blown off. We'll get our pipe mended while we've got a bit of time. Whether that goes back on for the winter, we don't know. We just don't know. There's a hell of a lot of draining and drying to do before we even think about putting the drill back on. Unbelievable. Gonna be a long old winter with cows, isn't it? They don't want to be in this early, you know, it's too warm out here. It's just stupid. But they haven't got any alternative, I'm afraid. Same goes for the bulls. They don't want to be in, but there we go. That's the way it is this time. None of these are due to calve till January, so there won't be nothing going on that. In terms of that, we'll get the calves off them, so they got a couple months. They'll start drying up then. They've got a couple months free from the calves. The calves will all go around the back. We'll start feeding them some really good quality silage and a little bit of extra barley and oats. That'll keep them putting weight on. Look at that. That smells better, doesn't it, boy? That smells better. Right, you lot. I've got my voice back. After a week. Go on, get. Right. Oh, I don't know about that. Go on, guys. Good. Go on, Ed. Go on, you. Go on. Any calves in there for this morning, Robbo?
What's that?
Any calves in there this morning? In the calf pen. Go on. Oh man, can you believe it? Sunshine. How long's it been since we've seen this? 2 weeks, hasn't it? It's alright, isn't it? Nothing more satisfying than opening these things, is it?
If you've just sharpened your knife, when you cut the top, it cuts
the net. Yeah, cuts the net off.
It's annoying, isn't it?
And then you go to pick it up, and you're like, oh, you bugger. Smells nice, though. Farmers up Peter's farm loading a load of barley packs. That'll look really smart on a lorry because those packs were beautiful. Good bales and good packs. They were, yeah, lovely made. They were. It will not go to waste. Nothing goes to waste. I always say it. You look at these old bales and it's dry as a bone 2 weeks ago, and you think, Christ, when are we going to use them? And look at it now, using them for bedding. So nothing ever goes to waste. We don't ever throw, you know, we don't ever anything too rubbish for feeding or cow sheds goes on the floor in the clamp, and it's all organic material. It all goes in the muck. It all adds to soil health another day. So the farmer might choose to have this shed out tomorrow or the next day. We are trying to be very careful with not so much food. We made a lot of cow food in the summer thinking, you know, when are we going to use all that? But oh, they've come and done the skip. Well done. Oh, they must come early. That skip was overflowing. But yes, we have got to be, we thought, you know, a couple of thousand straw on most average years will last us, you know, enough. Where there is an extra stack up at Coles. We're just a little bit worried about straw quantities, so we are just using up. We have got a load of rubbish. We call it rubbish, but basically it's bedding for cows for the cow yard. It's just straw. You can see on this trailer, it's just old straw that's been stood outside a while, and it's more than good enough for a cow yard. Like, it's only going under their feet. They're literally eating and pooing on it. That's all they're doing. So we put the good straw in the sheds, and we're just going to try and have to be a little bit conservative with the straw this year, just with them being in a month earlier than they should be. Come on then. Ones with the little blue marks, they had some bad eyes, so we're going to check them later. Just make sure we're, farmer said he got them good, you know, he fixed them up pretty good. Love it when it's sunny. These guys would love to be outside now, a day like today. 402 is in here. She is our first timer from last year. Didn't calve last year, so pretty excited to see whether she calves this time. I think she will. Farmer he ain't so sure. 402, Robert, calving or not this time? No. Oh, what? You're ruthless. No hope. You gotta have a bit of hope, mate. Be optimistic. I keep telling you lot.
Right.
Realistic. Look at the calf, Rob. Calf's trying to have a drink, look. Little calf's trying to have a drink. We added this one in. We added this one in. She was in another shed yesterday, but we didn't want them spread all over the place, so me and Robert went and picked them up. But this is what they do. And they've been in here all night, so. But they go round and they got to have a little scrap just to figure out who's higher up the food chain, who's highest in the orders. So they do this every time. Even if you take them away for 5 minutes, they come back in. They got to have a reshuffle about, but it turfs up their sheds. It's a bit annoying. It's why the sheds are a bit mucky this morning. But calf's trying to have a drink here. Look, these two are trying to teach each other a lesson. They will damage each other, you know, they'll bunt each other's legs, and then you've got to deal with bad legs and all the rest of it. But it's just animals, I guess. I can't remember if I said, but usually this time of year we would have bought the stores in. We would only have one group of cattle in, and they would be the stores. But farmer sold them in the summer, Christ almighty, we were lucky with that. If we would have had if we would have had 80 to bring in out of them floods, that would have just been, it would have been a day chasing cattle, that's for sure. Anyway, this is some better straw here. It's the end of a sheet, so it's still not great. We're not under the sheets yet, but we are just trying to limit the straw a little bit. Keithy's getting his hedge trimmer set up. I don't know if I showed you that 6480 with the new guidance system on it. I've got to show you that. I almost forgot to tell you as well. Me and Rob were messing about in the shed the other day, just swapping gates around and just making the yard a bit better. Anyway, I've been telling Rob all week not to leave the gate open because the cows will get out, and it was me that left the gate open. They all came walking out. This gate was open, so they went wandering across. 2 cows out here. Oh my god! All of a sudden, it was a bit hectic. Oh dear me. The old bull's pretty good, really. Don't know if they need anything. But yeah, probably should listen to my own advice, shouldn't I? Well, we got a bit of sunshine about the place. We're going to mend this seed pipe on this drill. Anyway, it was as we put the drill on thinking we were going drilling, and with the weather forecast ahead and what's come already, it's looking like that it might be well, it might not be happening at all, full stop, unless we get some serious dry weather for the next 3 weeks. But the forecasts look wet. So anyway, Ollie is coming to put some alternators on that tractor. You see these feet, Rob? Robbo? Where are you? Just pull these markers up to the top, because we should put it away after we're done with it. These just they just unpin, Rob, and they touch right to the top, so there's no weight on them, yeah? Your ones you found online, do they look the same?
I ain't looked at them. I ain't even had them out of the box, mate. I said, well, just check them before you start fucking ripping stuff apart. This was the good one, this side.
That's the good one?
Yeah, but he'll put his hand clamp on it and he'll try it.
Yeah.
And that was the dodgy one, but if he only...
Are you going to replace them both?
I was thinking so, don't you?
And then keep what? That as a spare?
That one as a spare,
yeah.
And that'll work, won't it?
Yeah, you won't have no more problems.
That one was that wheel this side. It was the near side.
Yeah, I'll show
you. And he might just jack it up and give it a little wiggle and just see what he thinks. Yeah. And he might want the wheel off, but it's only a 2 minute job to get the fucking wheel off and lifters in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
He might have time to look at it today, Matty.
No, I'll see.
I said to him, you know, if we ain't drilling it, it'd be well fixed, really.
Yeah, definitely. Sweet.
Don't want to fuck the shaft up like we did on sprayer work.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Letting us down, isn't it?
What?
Oh, but I'm not going to cutting.
Who? You?
Oh, no, him.
Oh.
All right.
Well, we'll see. Let's see first.
See. You know how to do these pipes, don't you?
Just run it through.
Yeah. That end, have that heat gun.
Yeah.
Put it in the end, round the outside.
Yeah.
Then in the end, and then it'll
push
go
on.
Yeah. And if
you start from out here, don't you, and push it through?
That's it, yeah.
Well, just measure it up again.
No matter which way you start, mate, pull that fucking pipe off and measure it. One matter of bollocks. Do it how you like. It don't matter how you
thought, you know, when we do get going again, I thought one of these makes a better mark than the other, and I bet it's just the same as these.
Yeah,
not quite dished in.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah, just turn it. Put a bit of angle on it. Lay them out and put a bit of angle on it.
Yeah. But
anyway, I better go.
Yeah.
If you've done so much, I won't be nothing left for them.
No, that's it.
What are these two? You're going to give me 20 bales of straw, right? 20 packs of straw.
Yeah, we'll sort that.
What are these?
They're your pre-emergent markers, Rob. We never really used them. Well, we did, and then I think one of the rams went, so he took them off, but they never made a big enough mark. Anyway, it turns out that I don't think we had them. We might have done, but I don't think we had them angled in enough to make a deep enough gouge. In the real heavy dirt, in the tough going, you can't see where they are. But
what are they? What's the mark for?
So it's where you drive for the sprayer for your pre-emergent.
Oh, so every tram line you put in, you put these down.
Those goes
so
down.
He can see where he's driving.
If you look against the markers, they'll be in between the yellow. It's just a marker to show him where to drive when he's spraying.
Showing him his tram line.
And it'll only be for the first time. They're called pre-emergent markers because you can't.
Okay.
If we all had the same GPS settings, if he had the same GPS on his tractor, we could share all the information. You'd need RTK as well, but then you wouldn't need those at all. But they're anyway, they weren't dished in enough, Rob. They were pretty much level when we looked at them.
Straight.
So we've dished them in as they're pretty much on their most aggressive point like that. Anyway, one of these marks better than the other, and it's all it is where it's dished in more than the other one. So I thought I'd
say that one marks better.
Yeah, I think yes. But we'll have a look at that. Right, let me show you which. So you can see the pipe we need to pull off. Look, I'll just put a stand down so we can get the weight off the tractor. Might be easier if we unfold it all the way.
Yeah.
Should we do it?
That pipe with the bodge on it?
Yeah, that's it. It's a nice easy one to change. I'll unhook it from down here, Rob. You unhook it from in there, feed it back through to me, and we'll measure it. We've got some pipe, literally a new pipe. It's 10 minutes. We just ain't got round to doing it.
Okay. Are we pulling it this way?
Yeah, just take note where it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll pull it out the bottom. Yeah.
Well, we're going your way.
Yeah. Hang on, I've managed to shaft myself. Whoa! And he fell off. Right, we're going to get a new bit of pipe and put it back in. Do you like my repair though? That's a good repair, isn't it?
That's good.
I'm going to keep that because that was long enough like that, wouldn't it? So we want it that long. Let me go and get some new ones. You in? Right, I'm going to press it against the hole. I'm going to insert it. Okay, if you grab it, you got it? If you grab it and keep pulling on it like that. Whoa, not too fast, Rob. That's it. Keep going, nearly there. Keep going, mate. Keep going. Right, I'm about good there.
Can we get your end attached? Or...
Yeah, I'll push my end in. This one's been broke. We broke that in the spring. Anyway, new pipe gone. They're not as easy as you think. They're he's got it all locked up. I never put them on. But we found there's another one here, and where it folds up, it sort of crushed itself. So we've just banged another one on there. But joining them onto here, it's they're not as easy as it just looks. You know, we have to have a heat gun on them, and then you sort of twist them on. They're fine, you know, it's just not easy for when you're on your own, sort of thing. Anyway, she's good as gold now. I shall grease her. Whether we'll get to use it is another thing, but it's going away, so for the next 2 weeks it's not going to be used. I might just one of these markers is slightly different. One's dished in and we're just going to look at that before we put it away. Anyway, it'll be good enough to pull out the shed, put some seed in, calibrate and go. We won't have to do nothing. It will be good as gold. Me and Farmer changed a load of points on there. You'd have seen that. We've done that a little while ago, and yes, I am gagging to use it, so I'm praying that it comes dry enough to do something with. But for now it's going to get put away. The tractor has got a little bit of play on one of the wheels, so we're going to have Ollie look at that. And the other tractor has got 2 alternators that needs changing, so Ollie's coming to do that at some point today. So